The Fortnitemares update has arrived, adding a secret Mephisto mythic ability, brand new mythic bosses, map changes, Easter eggs, and even a new free skin that we are going to be showing you guys how to get in today's video. And if you want to be gifted any of the new Fortnitemares skins dropping into the shop, like the Pumpkin King or Sally, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on, and leave your epic usernames down in the comments below. And a big shout out to everyone using code NRPH in the item shop. You guys are legends, so thank you so much. So the first new mythic boss added in the Fortnitemares update is, of course, our boy Jigsaw, or Billy the Puppet, which is located over at Freaky Fields, one of the new points of interest in map changes. You guys head into this house and go up to the TV and activate the challenge. It will do a big jump scare, spawning Billy the Puppet, which is a new boss, which is really scary because he literally starts sprinting at you endlessly until either you take him out or he takes you out. And unlike any other boss we fought, Jigsaw does not have any weapons. He literally just goes and tries to pickaxe you, which is so funny but also terrifying at the fact that he just non-stop sprints. Now, if you manage to take Billy the Puppet out, he does drop a bunch of random legendary loot, including the new Billy Boom Bike item, which we all thought was gonna be a mythic. Unfortunately, is only a legendary or purple rarity. What's cool though is you can also find the Jigsaw challenge stations found all around Fortnite's map, and if you go up and accept the challenge, unlike the one at Freaky Fields that spawns a jump scare Billy the Puppet boss, you actually start a 4-minute timer quest while also putting on a Billy Bear mask on whatever skin you're using that actually has a fuse, which indicates how much time you have left to complete the quest. If you eliminate the player that it tells you to within 4 minutes, you're actually rewarded with the Billy Boom Mythic, the Witch's Broom, and a few legendary items, which can be very useful. But if you run out of time, the Billy Bear helmet will actually explode and eliminate you, taking you out of the game. So this is essentially like a new version of the bounty board system that we've had in Fortnite for many chapters now, except the risk and reward is much higher because you're either getting really good loot or you're literally taking yourself out of the game. So it's very high risk, and I think it's really awesome how they did this. Our second new mythic boss is our boy Ultima Carver, which is located over at Brawler's Patch, another POI that got heavily updated and changed. And don't worry, we are going to be showing all the secret map changes and the secret free skin later in the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. But what you guys will realize is that the Ultima Carver boss uses two different weapons, which is the pumpkin launcher and the wood stake shotgun, both of which were just unvaulted for the Fortnitemares event. And if you manage to take him out, then he will drop legendary versions of both of these weapons. We all know how overpowered and good the pumpkin launcher could be, so it's definitely worth going and fighting this guy if you're trying to get those weapons. The third mythic boss added in Fortnitemares 2024 is none other than our boy Mephisto, who is now located over at the underworld point of interest, where he basically took full control. You guys can see that if you head over to this area of the map, the river Styx has turned from green to red, showing that he basically took over Hades' soul. And if you go up and find his boss, he is now sitting in the throne, which basically shows that that is totally his point of interest now. Now, the strange part about Mephisto's mythic boss is the fact that as of right now, you can't actually fight or damage Mephisto. If you try to shoot at him, there is this weird magical shield or orb around him, and unfortunately his boss will not be moving around for the time being. But data miners did find that later in the season, his boss will be getting up and moving around, losing his magic shield, and they did find that they are working on a new mythic ability that's going to be probably released for when Mephisto is not protected by this weird shield. The good news though is that you can still go up and actually talk to Mephisto as a regular NPC, and just like we knew thanks to leaks and data miners, you can offer 20 HP for a random rarity weapon, and if you guys are willing to, you can also trade 99 of your health to reboot your entire squad, which depending on what game mode you're playing can be very useful. You could also talk to him about Victoria Von Doom, which is Dr. Doom's daughter, but that's only if you guys are interested in any of the background storyline and lore of Chapter 5. Also, make sure to add us on Snapchat for more giveaways, daily news, and special item shop gifting. Now, finally, our last new weapon and what was supposed to be a mythic boss is Leatherface, but unfortunately, he is not added as an NPC in this update. But the good news is that his new chainsaw is very easy to find. You can either find it in chest or floor loot, and it's amazing for getting around the map as extra mobility, as you can ride it, or using it in short range fighting, since the melee attack and overall damage is actually pretty good on this thing. But diving into some of the new secret map changes and Easter eggs you could find around the map, as there is a ton of them. For starters, if you go over to Mount Olympus, you could see that the massive statue up on the hill is now wearing a giant pumpkin on his head, which looks absolutely hilarious. Also, if you guys go over to Grand Glacier, that got spookified and definitely upgraded for this year's Fortnitemares event, you can notice that all the bushes and hedges are trimmed in cool designs. And this is actually because Edward Scissorhands was seen there in the Fortnitemares trailer, signifying that he cut all of them himself, just like in the movies. And if you head over there right now in game, you'll also find that Edward is a new NPC located here. It's also funny to note that until he got decrypted, Ramirez, the default skin, was actually showing up as Edward Scissorhands NPC for the first few hours of this update. So if you guys were playing Fortnite right after the update went live and you went over here, that is why Edward was not actually showing as Edward, because of a small glitch. But Fortnite has fixed this now. Another area of the map that got heavily updated was restored reels, which you guys could see there is some Halloween movie posters that were added as nods to OG Fortnitemares events from past seasons. Just like you guys could see, we have Horde Rush 5, the Hounds of Hades, Night Creatures, and much more, which are nods to some of the new characters coming out and some of the characters and events that we've seen in past seasons. Also, if you head out to the desert area of Fortnite's island, just south of the Red Line Rig in the desert, you guys can see that the Rave Cave head from Chapter 3 is actually back now, which is very random, but it does have some secret loot spawns inside, so it's definitely worth going and checking out, as it obviously has that Halloween theme. And I saved the bad news for last, but the final secret map change that you guys are probably wondering about is about our beloved friend Hilbert, who was actually removed in this update, which I know is going to make a lot of you guys upset. For those of you guys unaware, Hilbert was a random hill that was added in Fortnite 2 updates ago, and it was obviously a mistake. As you guys could see, it was literally just this super random small tall hill, but the Fortnite community banded together and called it Hilbert, and actually started a community trend to have people dance and emote on it in hopes that Epic Games would never remove it. And after 2 updates of not being changed and getting all of our hopes up, they finally ended up removing it in the Halloween event. So RIP to our friend Hilbert. We had some good memories dancing on you, my friend. Another new gameplay mechanic that might come in handy for you guys trying to win matches is the fact that you can now hide in Scarecrows, similar to hiding in the snowmen from the Winterfest event. And it's actually very, very useful because you can still look around and see where enemies are at while hiding in it. So this is definitely something that you guys should utilize if you're trying to hide from enemies or win more games. But diving into the new free rewards and secret free skin, the free skin that Fortnite is actually going to start granting players here soon is a new OG Paradigm style that's actually being granted for anyone that already owns her original skin, and this is due to a glitch that happened all the way back in early August. For those of you guys that don't remember, back in early August on a random item shop refresh, Fortnite accidentally released the Paradigm skin for a few hours, and the only reason this was a big issue is because Paradigm was meant to be an exclusive skin for a live event from many seasons ago, which had most players thinking it was going to be rare, especially considering she is a member of the 7, which are not skins that return very often. When this happened, Fortnite Status tweeted saying, "Her accidental return to the shop is on us, so if you purchase the Paradigm during this evening's rotation, you can keep this outfit and we'll refund you V-Bucks soonish. We plan to create a brand new variant of the Paradigm that will grant exclusively to people who purchase the original outfit. Original purchasers will also have the option to refund this item if they'd like." And here we are 2.5 months later. Most of us gave up in thinking that Fortnite was never going to actually give players an OG version, but this is the new version of Paradigm they are going to be sending out. And they also tweeted saying players who had purchased the Paradigm during her first shop appearance will be granted the new style variant early next week. And it's also worth noting that the new style is actually known as the Reality Warrior, which is a faction from Chapter 4, and this faction specifically owned and controlled the Brutal Bastion point of interest, so this may actually connect to future storyline lore in Chapter 6, depending on if the Paradigm Paradigm, members of the Seven, and this reality horror faction actually returns into Fortnite's lore. We also have another secret loading screen you guys can unlock known as the Carver's Challenge loading screen. How you actually obtain this is by collecting puzzle pieces from random Fortnite Twitch streamers that are live. Basically, as you're watching participating streamers, instead of just getting normal drops by going AFK and watching, there's going to be these random little puzzle pieces popping up on the stream that you actually have to pay attention to and click to, and after finding all these puzzle pieces, it will complete the Carver Challenge loading screen and then grant it to you on your Fortnite account as a free reward. So make sure you guys go on Twitch, find streamers that are participating, and make sure you pay attention because you do have to click these pieces and they do disappear kind of quick, so it's not going to be as easy as just going AFK and collecting drops like normal. We also have an early showcase of some of the upcoming collaboration and Fortnitemares skins that we should be receiving in the next few weeks of item shop updates and rotations. The first few here are She-Venom and Agony, which is obviously a collaboration for the upcoming Venom movie dropping later this month. Both of these skins look absolutely amazing, and I absolutely love that the Agony skin has a back bling known as the Lombiote instead of a symbiote, which I think is really cool, and I think the overall concept is amazing. We also have an early look at the Edward Scissorhands, which obviously you could find his NPC on the island already, but he also will be coming out into the item shop. And just a friendly reminder that the Disney villains, which is Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent, are also going to be coming out into the item shop very, very soon. So make sure you guys are saving your V-Bucks. So many banger collab skins that are going to be dropping, and you guys already know we are going to be gifting tons of you guys new skins, so make sure to subscribe, turn noties on, and leave your usernames in the comments below. But with all that being said, that is all I got for you guys in today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, my friends.